Hello, I'm Michiru Nagatsu. I'm an associate professor at the Practical Philosophy discipline and also Helsinki Institute of Sustainability Science. In book 1, we have highlighted the fact that sustainability is a relevant issue across many disciplines. So this also means that different disciplines have different ways of conceptualizing and operationalizing the sustainability concept. And also, it means that these differences run very deep. The concept and policies suggested by these disciplines are not necessarily compatible with each other. In book 1, we saw two contrasting ways to conceptualize sustainability as weak versus strong in two graphs. In this chapter, we discuss different disciplinary notions of sustainability more carefully. Although the nested model you saw in book 1, chapter 1 represents the fact that there are environmental constraints on human activities, the model itself does not specify exactly the limit to human activities within these constraints. So regarding this question, mainstream economists argue that the natural capital can be substituted with non-natural capital, namely the capital is just a capital. And this position is called weak sustainability. And ecological economists, as well as other non-economists, on the other hand, argue that the parts of the natural environment that perform important and irreplaceable functions, such as climate systems and biodiversity, are so-called the critical natural capital. So they cannot be replaced with non-natural capital and should be protected over time. So this position is called a strong sustainability. And the question or disagreement boils down to this. So what exactly is it that we should be sustaining? Economists' answer is social welfare, as the aggregate degree of preference satisfaction of individuals, including individuals who have not yet been born, in the case of intergenerational problems. So this answer focuses on subjective values seen from individuals, while the analyst remains agnostic about the exact stuff to be sustained. And the ecologists and the ecological economists' answer, on the other hand, focuses on identifying objective limiting factors on human flourishing. So planetary boundaries framework is a prominent answer from this perspective. So the point here is not that there's one correct answer to the question. Often it's assumed that the weak is wrong and the strong is correct, but this is not really the case. So the point here is that the different disciplinary perspectives highlight different aspects of sustainability. More specifically, since sustainability is a thick normative concept, loaded with different values and ethical implications, theoretical consensus is unlikely to be achieved. So the debates between weak versus strong sustainability illustrate two contrastive ways to systematically theorize about sustainability. And there are many more nuanced approaches in the literature. So this unresolvable plurality of sustainability concepts raise a question. So is it a useful concept for research and practice to begin with? So this research about sustainability is necessarily inter- and transdisciplinary. And is this a source of problem rather than a strong point? So this is a pressing question because the danger of conceptual misunderstandings and overuse and dilution of the core commitment to intergenerational considerations. However, we suggest that we shift our focus from theoretical definitions, which will never converge, to the actual functions of the notion of sustainability as a driver of ongoing critical reflections across many disciplines and stakeholders. So in other words, sustainability could be what sociologists call a boundary object that brings different social worlds together and facilitate their collaboration, including adversarial one, namely controversies and debates. Specifically, the concept highlights contested and the provisional character of knowledge and science in the face of complex challenges. So science can guide, but not determine what to do in this context. Also, it highlights the centrality of divergent values and the trade-off between those values. You have to make compromises, and that's inevitable. And it also highlights the power and the politics involved in sustainability knowledge production and policy making. There's also a question about inclusiveness and how urgent the challenges should be addressed. In summary, we can conclude that sustainability concept shouldn't be taken for granted. But at the same time, it is not a useless concept. It brings different disciplines and perspectives together in a very productive, critical, and reflective way. So with these notes, we can look at the next 2 chapters where sustainability concepts are critically scrutinized from different perspectives.